8 minutes ago / died in hospital / R.I.P legendary singer George Strait / goodbye king of country music. Hope keep watching for more details. Hi guys, what's up? My name is Alana. Welcome back to my channel. Like this video and enjoy this video. Don't miss the main topic of this video, so let's start the latest update. George Strait and his wife Norma had known each other for as long as they could remember. They both came from small towns. Despite their acquaintance, Strait never saw Norman in a romantic light. That all changed one day when he decided to take a chance and ask out a woman. Although their first date was successful, life had other plans for them, and they parted ways for a while, but couldn't shake the feeling that he was missing something. For years, George lived a life that many could only dream of. He was happily married, had beautiful children, and a music career that earned him the title King of Country. Shortly after learning of the accident, the legendary country singer George arrived at the scene. He was devastated. For a long while following his daughter's death, he withdrew from public life because grief was a heavy burden he couldn't bear. In an honest statement, he expressed his feelings, saying, "I just kind of shut down. I just didn't feel like talking about it, so I quit doing interviews." 2 years after the death of his cherished daughter, although George never clarified the song's significance, the lament, named Baby Blue, is undoubtedly a moving ode to his supported daughter. The unending love since then, the amazing musician has very rarely talked about his life. He finally remembers Jennifer's many unique friends and the intense love she had for her brother Bubba because of their 9-year age difference. In the years that followed, Jennifer adopted a maternal role toward her younger brother, making sure he was safe in every circumstance. George said that her brother Bubba was her special love of all, and the way she looked out for him let us know he was safe with her no matter what, despite the typical arguments between siblings. She always gave Bubba the impression that he won and that he loved her deeply. Bubba was only 4 years old when he had to say goodbye to his older sister. Over the years, he has grown into a remarkable individual, with a successful career mirroring his father's love for music and rodeo. Many have described George Strait as a kind but reserved individual, someone who was difficult to surely get to know. The Strait family decided to honor Jennifer's memory by establishing the Jennifer Strait Memorial Foundation, dedicated to supporting charitable causes for children. On the foundation's website, you can find precious photos of Jennifer with her family and her for remembrance estate. She meant the world to us in a sweet Instagram image. Bubba, a devoted husband to Tamara, a professional realtor, appears to be leading a happy life together. The two have been married for years. 2A tells the sweet tale of how Bubba asked her to fly to Alaska for a fly fishing trip. Originally, Bubba was going to pop the question when they got there, but his excitement got the better of him, and he decided to propose to Mara while they were still in the air. They got engaged, learned how to fly fish, and had an incredible trip. Now, the couple is parents to 2 adorable kids. George Harvey Strait IV was born in February 2012, and Julian Lou Strait was welcomed in September 2016. Despite his success as a songwriter, George takes great pride in being a grandfather, and recently announced the joyful news of the birth of his youngest granddaughter while performing at a show in Las Vegas. George has had a successful personal and professional life. Tamara frequently posts pictures of their adorable family. Although George Strait depended heavily on other songwriters for most of his work and found great success in doing so, he freely said that he wishes he had created more songs throughout his career. George Tr. also emphasized the value of love in life, saying that it revolved around it, whether it be love for a spouse, children, or pets. This sentiment is reflected in his songs, especially those with titles like Love is Everything. But in 2021, George Tr. set out on a difficult journey that would ultimately end in tragedy. George's health started to deteriorate, and he had a persistent cough for months. This was concerning, so he decided it was time to seek medical attention. At First Street, He attributed the cough to the years she had smoked and decided to stop in the hopes that this would help. But the cough persisted, indicating that it was time to see a doctor. When George visited his doctor, the doctor initially prescribed antibiotics because the doctor suspected that a respiratory infection might be the cause of his persistent cough. The mysterious moments started to affect his breathing, leaving him with increasing shortness of breath. Although he took the prescribed medication, his condition did not improve as expected. In fact, his health continued to deteriorate. The turning point in George Strait's health saga came on November 22, 2022, after months of suffering and uncertainty. He was admitted to the hospital for extensive testing, and it was on this day that doctors discovered the devastating truth he had pleural. When I learned that he had been exposed to asbestos, it was a shocking revelation that he had MOMA, a rare and deadly form of cancer that develops in the lining of the lung and is strongly linked to asbestos exposure. This added an additional layer of uncertainty and fear to his already challenging journey after receiving the grim diagnosis. George Strait started his search for a cure. Mesothelioma is known for its aggressive nature, limited treatment options, and generally poor prognosis for patients. Despite this, Strait was determined to fight this battle with all of his remaining strength. At first, he sought treatment from American doctors who specialized in the disease. Unfortunately, they told him there was little they could do to prolong his life, given his prognosis. In July 2023, Strait started looking into alternative therapies and treatments, in the hopes of finding a cure that traditional medicine was unable to offer. George Strait decided to go to Mexico in search of alternative treatments for his mesothelioma after learning that there were no viable options to extend his life in the United States. He ventured south of the border to investigate holistic therapies and alternative therapies that held the premise of hope. This time in Mexico was marked by a combination of traditional and non-traditional medical approaches, and he believed in their potential to cure him completely and allow him to return to a normal life. In early October, the country watched as GE faced an opponent with a unique blend of determination and optimism, despite the devastating news that had been given to him. Despite warnings from U.S. specialists that the tumor was incurable and that the treatment might not be safe for his heart, Strait remained resolute in his search for a solution and was prepared to incur a high level of risk in order to fulfill his ambition. Tragically, on October 23, 2023, barely 12 hours after the initial procedure, he underwent surgery to remove or shrink several metastatic cancers in his neck and abdomen. At 4:45 in the morning, Strait died from a deadly heart attack, ending a valiant and very police-sized battle with meso. While George F's battle with multiple myeloma ultimately ended in tragedy, it serves as a PO in reminder of the challenges faced by those diagnosed with rare and aggressive forms of cancer. It also highlights the importance of raising awareness about asbestos exposure and its associated health risk. George Strait's journey through MOMA was one of hope and tragedy. His ordeal displayed immense strength and unwavering belief in the possibility of a cure. His willingness to explore unconventional treatments and takes risks in the pursuit of life showed his extraordinary SP spirit. George Strait is a country music legend, and his valiant battles against BA will surely live on in the memory for years to come. His narrative will also serve as a call to action for those who are battling AB-related diseases and as motivation for those who are facing challenging health issues. Thanks for watching my video.